Hello, my name is Fox and you're watching Den of Fools. Let's jump right in. In week 36 of 2024 we had 107 tournaments, with a total of 2,267 players and 8,316 games played. We have roughly the same number of tournaments of players as last week, but a lot less games played. This is expected considering the 9-round Nova Open accounted for so many of the games last time. With that said, as usual, the Space Marines top the charts, with 18 wins and 56 top 3 placings. Their weight base of 22.6 is basically the same as the 22 they got last week. They are seemingly at a consistent level in terms of the weighted placing. The Necrons come next, with 10 wins, 25 top 3s, and a weight base of 14.2, which is the third best overall. They have made a significant improvement on last week, where they got a weight base of 22.4. The Tyranids have another good week, this time getting third place with 8 wins, 18 top 3s, and a weight base of 15.9. Likewise, the Guard have another very good week, with 7 wins, 24 top 3s, and a weight base of 16.3, which is only a little more than last time. The Imperial Knights also get 7 wins, with 18 top 3s, and a weight base of 12, the second best overall. This is a very good result for them, although they only got 1 win at the Lodge tournament. The Tau, the last faction in blue, again with 7 wins, 16 top 3s, and a weight base of 18.4, which is a big improvement for them. The World Eaters top the green group with 6 wins, 16 top 3s, and a weight base of 16. The Leviathan also get 6 wins, with 10 top 3s and a weight base of 11.8, which is the best overall. As we have seen a few times now, they have managed to get the best weighted placing. Their lower play base certainly helps them achieve this, but they have managed it on multiple occasions now. The Sisters come next with 5 wins, 21 top 3s, and a weight base of 20.2, which is a lot higher than the 10.4 they got last week. They still do well, but have dropped back a fair bit. The Thousand Sons also get 5 wins, with 13 top 3s and a good weight base of 15.4. It's the first time in a while that the Thousand Sons have got a better weighted placing than the Sisters. The remaining factions in green all have 4 wins, being ranked by the number of top 3 placings. The Eldari get 15 top 3s, with the Orcs on 13. They have weighted places 20.5 and 23.3 respectively. Chaos Demons are the last faction in green, with 10 top 3s and a weight base of 22.8. All of the factions in yellow have between 3 to 1 wins, again being ranked by the number of top 3 placings. The majority of these factions have high weighted placings, with Imperial Agents this time picking up a win. It was only a small tournament, and their low number of players have given them an equally low weighted placing of 17. 24 factions manage at least 1 top 10 placing, with the Space Marines getting the most top 10s with 171. Tyranids are back in second with 67 top 10 placings, with Necrons in third on 64 top 10 placings. I'm a little surprised by how much the top 10s have decreased, considering we only have 5 less tournaments than last week. Unsurprisingly, the Space Marines are the most played faction with 17.95% of all players taking them. Necrons are the second most popular on 6.26%. Tau are in third on 5.69%. The Tyranids have dropped back considerably, allowing the Tau to overtake them. It takes our resident stats guru and Ultramarine fanboy Fearless Fox many hours to collect all the data. It would be great if you could show your appreciation by liking and sharing the video. It really helps us with the God algorithm of YouTube. We have grouped the win rates by colour, with the key at the bottom of the screen. As Chaos Mix are not a full faction, this week the Thousand Sons are back at the top with a win rate of 54.6%. They are just within the zone, but have managed to beat the Sisters this time out. The Imperial Knights are very close behind with a win rate of 54.5%, which explains why they did so well in terms of placings. They have seen a significant increase, which could be because of the Imperial Agents Codex and the access to small units, which I personally thought would be helpful for the Knights. The Necrons have a good result with a win rate of 53.2%, which is a little higher than what they usually do. Guard come next with a win rate of 52.9%. They are consistently performing around this level, with a very good Bulgarian focus list. The World Eaters get a win rate of 52.1%, followed by the Sisters on 51.7%. They have dropped back significantly from the 55.9% they got last week, but are still performing very well overall. The Tyranids get a win rate of 50.8%, with the Leads of Votan on a win rate of 50.7%. The Custodians in Admech are the last factions in green, both with a 50% win rate. The Grey Knights get a win rate of 49.7%, with the Drukhari on 49.2%. Eldari have a win rate of 48.7%, with Chaos Demons on 47.9%. The 17 Imperial Agents players have a big improvement with a win rate of 47.1%. It isn't the best, but is much better than the 30% they got last time. Time will tell how they perform, but it should be noted that they do far better at the smaller, more casual events. Space Marines overall get 46.3%, and we will cover the Divergent chapters later on. The Gene Stealer Cults also get 46.3%, with the Tau just getting in the Goldilocks zone on 45.7%. There are 4 factions below the zone this week, with Death Guard on 44.5%, and Chaos Space Marines on 44.3%. The Orcs get 44%, with Chaos Knights on a win rate of 42.8%. Although there are some factions which are struggling, the game looks reasonably balanced overall, at least until the introduction of the Blood Angel supplement. The Thousand Suns remain at the top of the running total win rate with 55.4%, putting them as the only faction above the Goldilocks zone. They have dropped a tiny bit more, but as the Sisters have also dropped back a bit, they should be fine for now. Speaking of which, the Sisters are in second, with a win rate of 53.1%. The Imperial Knights have taken third place after a very good week, with a win rate of 52.2%. The Drukhari are now in fourth, with a win rate of 51.9%. The World Eaters have improved a little bit, and they are now on a win rate of 51.6%. Guard are on a win rate of 50.4%, with Chaos Demons just getting in the green group, with a win rate of 50.2%. The majority of factions are in yellow, with 3 full factions below the Goldilocks zone. The Orcs are on a win rate of 44.1%, with Chaos Space Marines on 43.6%. Imperial Agents have entered the charts, with a win rate of 42.3% on their first 2 weeks of limited play. The winners this week are the Space Wolves, with an impressive win rate of 53.4%. The Blood Angels come next, with a win rate of 51.7%. The Black Templars are the last chapter in green, with a win rate of 50.3%. The Dark Angels are the last chapter in the Goldilocks zone, with a win rate of 47.8%. We are not seeing a lot of chapters, with the loss of the Death Watch and only 4 Divergent chapters remaining. They are all performing much better than the Codex only chapters, who get a win rate of 35.8%. They continue to struggle greatly, and will fortunately do so for the foreseeable future. The Space Wolves remain at the top with a win rate of 52.1%. The Blood Angels are in second place with a win rate of 51.5%. The Black Templars are the first chapter in yellow, with a win rate of 49%. The Dark Angels come next with a win rate of 47.4%. The Death Watch are the last in the Goldilocks zone with a win rate of 47%. We've decided to keep this on for now, to give some time to see if any more Death Watch players are declared. Overall, Chaos Space Marines on a win rate of 43.8%, with a very limited number of people playing Index Emperor's Children on a win rate of 39.2%. They have managed to get some decent results, with specific lists being able to do well at top tournaments. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe, check out one of the videos on screen, and consider using our affiliate links in the description. Thank you for watching.